Hey there, I'm John with Board Game Geek, and today we have Tom from Cosmos, and we're looking at a suite of different Brainwave games.
Yeah.
So why don't you show us what's going on here?
This is really kind of a cool concept. I'll backtrack a little bit to the inception of this idea. Some neuroscientists in Germany got together with some board game designers to make some games that were kind of a brain exercise to help, keep your brain sharp, essentially. But because they're board game designers, they're fun. That's the whole idea. And most of them are kind of a play on memory, but there's always a little bit more of a twist to it. So 3 different board game designers independently came up with, I'm not sure how independently, but these different concepts.
Okay.
Each of them plays a little bit different. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to walk us through these?
Yeah, I would love to. This one, designed by Rainer Knizia, is called Astute Goose, and in this there's varying degrees of difficulty. I've set it up for the most difficult level, which is all 6 suspects in a kind of like a police lineup. Okay. There's a robber, and you're trying to catch the right one, right? So what you do is you give your whole team, or not team, it's not cooperative, everyone on the table a little bit of time to memorize the different features of each of these cards. You'll notice they each have an accomplice, which is an animal. Their colored shirt is different, and then an accessory. So this one's got a tie, striped shirt, a scarf, a bow tie. You memorize those, right? And then you flip these all down, and then on your turn you roll the dice. Assuming these were flipped down, or imagine they were flipped down, I would need to recall, the card's going to tell me the color of shirt in the second suspect.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. And if you get that right, the card comes into your hand, it's a point, and it gets replaced. The really cool thing about this is it really exercises that fluid knowledge, because you don't reveal them after every turn. You have to remember. So the next turn, this card gets replaced, but you still have to remember. It might be 2 or 3 or 4 or even 6 turns down the road where they call out this character, and you have to remember that he had a purple shirt.
I see.
Or a French bulldog.
Because the dice just don't go over there for a while, and
right.
You forget what it is.
Yeah.
They look mysteriously very similar, so that...
That's the key, yeah.
It's a bunch of septuplets or something like that.
So this one's been a lot of fun. I've played this at the toy fair with a bunch of toy store owners and it just went over really well. It's kind of a surprise hit for us. We're like, this is fun, and we played it with people like, this is really fun.
Great.
So the next one is the brilliant Boar, designed by Dirk Baumann, and this one is maybe a little bit more difficult, I think, than the Astute Goose. I don't know, it depends. I mean, I feel like it is, but other people might feel differently.
Right.
In this one, you get a hand of cards. You get some time to memorize it yourself, and then you turn those cards around. So you can't see them. All you can see is the blank back.
I see.
Everyone else can see what you have, but you can't see. And on your turn, you're going to reveal a card from the top of the deck, and if you feel like you have a match, you take that card and you slide it out and add it. If you match, you take both of those cards and add them to your display as points. If you are incorrect, it stays out here, and now players have an additional card to try and match.
I see. The one that you put out there is just going to make it easier for them to get points.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah. So that one, I would say, is maybe the simplest to explain, but one of the more difficult ones when you're actually playing it, because you got to remember where your cards are, and at the end of your turn, you draw back up.
Is there a time limit to this one? Is everybody trying to go in the same one, or just on your turn?
You go until the deck is empty, and it's turn-based.
It's turn-based. Okay.
Yeah. So that's Brilliant Boar. And then the third one, The Wise Whale by Maureen Huron. I might be pronouncing her last name wrong. I apologize. So this is great. Again, varying degrees of difficulty in this, but all of them start the same. You have a 3x3 grid. You memorize those, the color and the animal, and then you flip them all down. And on your turn, you reveal a card, and let's say you reveal this. You need to now match either another dolphin or another orange card.
Okay.
That's the easy version. The hard version is, on your turn, you roll the dice. You have to match colors. So you pick the card, and you have to make sure you match the colors.
I see.
Similar to all these others, it's that fluid memory where those stay face down, and regardless of being right or wrong, they get replaced.
I see.
So you have to memorize the cards that were down already, plus 2 new cards.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that one that was out there, it's like, it
it just goes away. Like it's like, oh, it was that, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
I kind of like to imagine all of these are kind of like gamer memory games, right? Like the concept of memory games is there, but they've been gamified a little bit. And I think they're a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are going to get a kick out of them. And it's also a nice one that can play with a wide variety of ages as well. Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for showing us 3 different of the Brainwave games, Tom.
Oh,
and thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.